I know. I know. I know. Damn yeah, bro. It's been a minute. We gonna be watching the Backrooms today. I'd explain it, but that's what this video is for. So let's just watch it and see what's up with the Backrooms. Some conspiracy theory, I guess, about like falling through the map, falling through the earth. 4 million views. So let's see what's popping with the Backrooms.
Our world truly is a terrifying place, and I don't think there's ever been a more relevant time in this channel's history to make a statement like that. But one of the things that has always scared me the most about this world is when it glitches.
That plane looks like it's just hovering.
I've seen that actually.
It's been a topic that I've briefly mentioned on my channel before, that every so often something will happen that breaks the rules of reality. Planes hovering and doppelgangers are two examples of this.
That happened. I seen that actually the other day. I was driving and then I was trying to record it, but I was driving obviously, so I didn't. But it was like, yeah. Oh, I know the video just started, but anytime I gotta say something, I'ma pause it so y'all can hear me and the video. I hate when people reacting to something and they start talking over the video and then you can't hear either of them because there's two voices going on. If I got something to say, I'ma pause it. So.
And surely most would be at least a little creeped out by experiencing these.
Doppelgangers.
But what happens when these glitches get more serious? What happens when you glitch out of reality completely? Well, if this happens to you, you may find yourself in a place where no man should ever go. A never-ending prison of rooms that exists outside our world that's now your new home. And if it sounds scary, maybe you'll take comfort in knowing that at least you won't be alone.
No. Nah. I'd rather be alone. Neck what? Link in the description to the original video.
In May of 2019, the following picture was...
For a start, y'all recognize that room? They say the back rooms, these rooms, like, have been in, like, hella, or a lot of people's dreams. Like, everybody's dreams, or they've seen it before without even seeing the video. I feel like I recognize it.
That caught the attention of many. The picture was of what we now know as the Backrooms. Something about it, the emptiness, the tone, just gave people bad vibes. And summed up, the photo was incredibly unsettling. Along with the photo, a caption was added that claimed that the Backrooms go on for an impossible distance, and every room looks the same. It is said that there are a few ways to wind up trapped in these Backrooms. Some say that they can be accessed through your dreams, or even seen in visions. Because of this, many claim to recognize the picture, and even felt some...
I just said that.
...sort of nostalgic fear when seeing it. But others claim that the only true way to get there is much more difficult, and it requires a tremendous amount of luck, or perhaps in this case, the exact opposite. It's theorized that every object we interact with in this world is clipped to our reality. So for example, when you bump into a wall, you collide with it, and you bounce off of it. But going back to glitches in our reality, it is said that, on occasion, objects within our world will no-clip. This is something that happens often in video games, where a part of the map becomes no-clipped, and you bump into it, you go right through it, and you sometimes end up falling right off the map.
I've seen that. Okay, so like, the concept like almost just like a glitch, and you just fall through the map. I guess they're saying that can happen like on Earth. I guess.
There, your player is stuck,
but I've seen that in video
still
games.
Inside the game, but in an endless void beneath the map.
Yeah, that's how it is in the game.
In the real world, people believe that some objects can become no-clipped from reality. A wall will appear darker than the others around it, or you'll find a door that you're certain there should be nothing on the other side. If you have a keen eye, you can notice these things and avoid them at all costs. But not everyone is so lucky. For some, they unknowingly interact with these objects, likely thinking nothing of the implications that are soon to come. And much like a character in a video game, if you interact with a non-clipped object, you fall off the map. And one could imagine that it's incredibly confusing and terrifying to go from existing in one world to instantly being dropped into another, with nothing but millions of square miles of empty rooms on either side of you. But this is your reality now, and it's where your journey into the backrooms begins.
Alright, COVID. 3 levels.
Level 0 is a maze
How you know this?
of monotone yellow rooms, each looking the same as the last, with only the slightest of variations. The carpet that covers the level is moist and creates a persisting scent. In the beginning, the only sounds that can be heard is the consistent loud buzzing of the old fluorescent lights. As you walk through the rooms, you'll start to realize how big the area actually is. Every room just leads to another and another. You start to wonder, how big of an area could this actually be? And how could this even be possible? Many will start to run and sprint through the rooms thinking that this might get them out of this maze faster. But it's no use. And after running around for seemingly an eternity, you'll finally realize that you're likely going to be stuck in here for a while.
Damn.
What exactly this place is not known, and that's part of the mystery of it all. It's just an infinite maze of these off-putting rooms. And traversing a place like this would likely cause anyone to slowly lose their minds.
That'd be the worst. Like, you running trying to find your way out, but you're really doing the opposite. You're just getting yourself deeper and deeper into the maze, deeper into a hole that you're not gonna get out of. Like, the more you move, the more lost you're getting. You're really not helping yourself. You're just stuck, but there's nothing else you can do. That'll drive me crazy.
It's believed that not many will survive this first level, and that's for a few reasons. Either they lose the will to carry on, or they encounter something. While walking through these rooms, you may find yourself encountering humanoid creatures. After walking for hours and maybe even days, just imagine the horror of turning the corner and seeing something standing there. Something that isn't human. These creatures are known as hounds, and they look like disfigured humans who walk on all fours. They make a low rumbling noise, which will serve as one of the only indications that you're near them before it's too late. On this level, these creatures are supposedly incredibly dangerous. If you happen to notice one, slowly back away in the opposite direction, and whatever you do, don't look at it. If you're lucky enough to survive your encounters with these creatures and the never-ending maze, then you may have a chance at escaping this level. Every so often, as you walk through these identical rooms, you'll find a wall that is slightly darker than the others. This is an indication that this too has been no-clipped, and it's possible that running into this wall will take you back to the world you knew before, and there you'll be able to continue living your normal life. But doing so comes with a risk. There's no guarantee to where walking through that wall will take you, and no clipping again in the backrooms runs the risk of taking you further down to a spot that no one has ever seen before, where the beings are much, much more hostile.
If no one's seen it, how you know that?
Also, interacting with a wall like this could take you back to the start of level 0, where you'll have to start your journey all over again, which means another cycle of repetitive torture. For that reason, this is obviously a gamble, and one that many would choose not to take.
Alright, well, it's an ad. What was I gonna say? I just had a thought in my head. I can skip the ad now and the thought's gone, so whatever.
It's unknown how the transition from level 0 to 1 takes place. Some believe that you stumble upon a door, a hallway, a staircase, or even an elevator, which takes you to this next level, while others believe the scenery around you subtly starts to change, until eventually you are in a completely different space. Believers of this theory state that after roughly 4 days of traveling, the bright yellow fluorescent lights begin to flicker.
So are you like not human in here? Like, you're not gonna die from starvation and not having water? Like, do you become those things? those not human monster things or what? Because it seems like if you just don't got food and water, you're just gonna die in probably like a week. So I don't know. How can it really be infinite searching if you don't got food and water? You're just gonna die. It's not
Till the
really
space
infinite
around
if
you
you're dead.
gets darker and darker.
Or do you become like
Eventually, it gets
inhuman? I
pitch
don't know.
black, only for the light to come back on and reveal the change in scenery. But however you wind up there, the dangers on this level are much greater than the one before. After days of walking in a seemingly endless loop, you might actually welcome level 1, because at least it's something different. No longer is there a yellow
Oh my
wallpaper,
god.
but instead the walls are made of concrete. The floor on this level isn't the signature carpet of the one before it. Much like the walls, this too is concrete. A deep rumbling of machinery can be heard throughout this entire floor, as well as the creaking noises coming from unseen rooms. The hum of the fluorescent lights is still there, but it's greatly masked by the other noises. And in this floor, the lights are known to fail quite often. The lights will flicker at many spots and will often shut off completely and leave you in complete and total darkness.
I don't like the dark.
This is when the creatures on this level come out. You won't be able to see them, but you'll know when they're close. These creatures emit a disturbing, distorted, screaming sound as they drift through the darkness. If you hear them, quickly navigate to another room further away from the noises. And much like the level before, try not to look in the direction of these things, because you never know how hostile they may be. Part of what made level 0 so scary was the isolation of it all. The idea that it is only you and just a few other creatures within this labyrinth of walls. And in many ways, the same fear is prevalent in level 1, except it's amplified by random bouts of darkness and a greater number of hostile beings. And things only get amplified more as we head to level 2, the final level we'll be discussing today. As you walk through level 1, the walls around you will begin to change. The vast rooms will become narrowed to the point where you're walking in long continuous hallways. The fluorescent lights are amplified to the point that the buzzing becomes even louder, and the heat from them causes the temperature to soar over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The hallways are claustrophobic and resemble service tunnels, as there is piping and machinery lining the walls. Pretty much any being you encounter on this floor is hostile, and your
Why that monster standing like a bad bitch? She got the hips poking and everything.
only chance of escaping
Shakira in the back rooms.
once you see a figure is to run the opposite way and don't look back.
I look
To
back
many,
at that.
this is considered to be the final level of the backrooms. It's a fairly unexplored and mysterious place that features no real exit points. Your chances of ever escaping the backrooms in general is incredibly low, but your chances of escaping level 2 is apparently nearly impossible. For the few that have supposedly survived this level, they did so by simply accepting the situation, remaining totally calm, and imagining the backrooms as their home. That's your only chance of escape. And if it doesn't work, then your fate is pretty much sealed. And even after all the pain and the wear that you've gone through in levels 0 and 1, this is where your journey into the backrooms ends.
Okay, is it real?
The backrooms are something that genuinely creep me out, and that's something that isn't always easy to do. The psychological horrors of traversing such a vast and terrifying landscape out of the...
Like, it do sound crazy, but I mean, the concept do kind of make sense. Like, a possibility of the concept, you know, falling through a map. If it's like a simulation type deal that we're dealing with right now. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna react to a simulation type video about the Earth. If we're in a simulation, I'm gonna do that.
reach of reality, is a horrifying thought. But is there actually any truth to this? Are the backrooms actually real? Well, it appears that this is all just another creepypasta. It is such a fascinating concept to me, and the story involved with it.
I didn't read that definition. Actually, I'm gonna go back and read that. I should do that. The Backrooms is a creepypasta inspired by a comment on the picture of an unsettling room. The comment inspired the expanded creepypasta. So yes or no, bro?
It's
Just
such
say
a
yes or no.
fascinating concept to me, and the story involved with it is scary, even knowing full well that this is likely total fiction. The very idea of the backrooms
Bruh.
speaks to the very essence of the things that terrify us the most. The fear of
Okay.
being lost, the fear of being trapped, and the fear of being watched and hunted. Psychologically, it checks all the boxes for me. But it's also worth noting that there are still those who have claimed to have actually been there. They see it in their dreams and stay trapped there till they wake up. And they swear up and down that this place truly is real. Now, a nightmare like that is extremely possible to have, so perhaps this place does exist somewhere within our dreams. I mean, when I saw this picture, it was so recognizable to me, despite the fact that I've never even heard the story before.
I feel like
it's
I've
really
seen that
something
too.
that I can't explain. Just something about this picture feels so nostalgic to me. So who knows, maybe I've been there in my dreams before too. But real or fake, out of all the horrors out there are few fates worse than finding yourself in the backrooms.
That is crazy. I guess that's it. I guess that's fiction, so I guess I'm gonna react to more stuff. I like things that make me think. I like things that I can have an opinion on, get some insight on. Send me things like that. Send me things in the comments, DMs. Let me know things you want me to watch or react to. That's it, bro. I'll see you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all.